Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for combos.
Let's see how long the opponent lets us do cool things.
Triggers. What is happening? Commanders.
In my opinion, the most broken deck you're gonna see.
Monkeys. This is Historic Brawl. Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and it's Historic Brawl Day. And if you are missing Standard, you can go check out that video on CoolStuffInc.com's YouTube channel. There will be a Standard video over there for you Standard enjoyers, and those who want double CGB, the extra credit-loving members of the dojo, head on over to that video as well. Here on this channel, we're playing my favorite format, Historic Brawl, with Will, Scion apiece, a new commander from Eldraine. 1 and a white and a blue for 2/4 Vigilant Human Wizard. Tap it. Spells you cast this turn that are white or blue to cast cost X less to cast, where X is the amount of life you gain this turn. Activate only as a sorcery. The idea: we gain some life, we cast big spell. We gain some life, we cast big spell. And my favorite big spells to cast are not things that make a million creatures. No! They're card draw. So we have a whole bunch of card draw here for X. This reminds me a little bit of the Heliod deck from March of the Machine. That was a really cool commander, and it really helped to have a lot of X spells to dump the mana into. That's what this deck is doing. It's basically using Will and some cheap life gain effects like Light of Hope, although not too many, because on their own they don't do much. Another good one is Renewed Faith. Another good one is Union of the Third Path. The idea is if you get these to go with Will early, you can create a situation where you can draw a whole bunch of cards for a very low amount. You can just like pick up like 10 cards early in the game with the right combination. However, if the opponent kills your commander, because it's Brawl, that's what happens. Or if you don't have that combo, you can just proceed with a excellent, my favorite, blue-white game plan, where we wrath the board, we counter some of the opponent's things. There aren't an overwhelming abundance of counter spells, just a lot of like good cards. There's also some of what you might call stacks to slow the opponent down, with cards like Blind Obedience that just got it added to the format to make the opponent's life a little more difficult. And as we get into the late game, just because we hit all our land drops, those X spells become more and more powerful until we're just churning and drawing through our deck and living our best life. So that is the general summary of the deck. Each card kind of contributes to it all in some way, but the best way to find out is from watching the games. So those will not disappoint, I promise you. Remember to check out the sponsors of the video, CoolStuffInc.com, Moxfield, links in the description, really helps out the channel, and promo code CGB5 when you order from CoolStuffInc.com. Now let's dive in. Let the nonsense begin. Today's video is sponsored by Cook & Becker. Cook & Becker are celebrating the history and artwork of Magic the Gathering through a series of premium licensed art prints. Each season, they're going to release 5 new prints, starting with the summer season, which features Kiora, the Crashing Wave, Nissa of Shadow Bows, Basri Ket, Talia of the Vast, and Bitter Blossom. There will be 2 variations available for pre-order, the standard digital print and the deluxe screen print. Alongside these prints, Cook & Becker are releasing a singular exclusive not-for-sale print each season. The only way to get these prints is from a random drop for anyone who orders a premium edition art print. It might include a Black Lotus. That's right, the very first limited edition print is Black Lotus! Black freaking Lotus. Check out my affiliate link in the description and go to Cook & Becker's website and order today. Thank you to Cook & Becker for sponsoring this video. On the play against Thalia and the Gitrog Monster with a lovely hand that can definitely play Magic here. Thalia and the Gitrog Monster, though, is a really good deck. We're going to have to be on our A game. Nice slow chill start, exactly what you want to see. All right, well, I offer you a tribute. Usually the opponents kill their commander pretty aggressively. And there's our first removal spell on the commander. But that's okay, because this deck is designed to keep hitting land drops the entire game. turn here instead of replaying Will, so we can either counter Thalia, cast Ritual, or cast Wandering Emperor. Yay, land drop located. But you keep hitting them so you can cast those big blue X spells, because that's the real strength of the deck. Blue X spells that draw a ton of cards. The commander is just one of the facilitators. Thalia is here. Extra land drop is made. Turn is passed though. This should enter untapped. All right, so do we do the thing? Let's try to do the thing. Activate only as a sorcery is kind of cringe, but here we are. All right, I can cast a cheap Nezahal or a giant Finale. Let's go finale for 4. Actually, isn't it just better to play the Nezahal? Because next turn we could literally finale for 5. All right, we Nezi. Oh well. Not a big net mana gain on Ritual, but at least we draw a card. You don't say. White Suns? Don't think we want White Suns though. And it's back. Let's see if the opponent has another removal spell. We've seen 2 already. Yeah. But hey, we get to draw a card. And we get a land. Thalia and the Gitrog monster into all removal spells is kind of a deck. I still think you need a lot of value plays to make it so your Thalia isn't just eating your land. And the opponent, so far, eating their land. No battlefield other than Thalia. Or removal spells, though. And that's all well and good. 1 for 1, trying to break parity, draw a few extra cards with Thalia. That's how you stay ahead. That's all fine until this happens. Yeah, actually, let's wait another turn. If we get Thought Seized, I'll have regrets. This helps a lot.
You'll thank me later. There goes nothing.
Thawara. Keep hitting the drops. This finale's gonna be epic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If it gets to 10, you get to untap land, and it's fun. Scooties. All right, gonna need one of those board wipes. That Teferi, you say? Good card.
Oh, I've done the hero thing.
I mean, do I go for this? I get 2 mana back. What is my finale? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I untap 2. So my finale is still for 5, and I play a Teferi, which the opponent then has to attack, so they can't kill this Teferi. Seems real good. Who knows what we might draw?
Hurry.
Not bad. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Remember, we plus this one, so we can do this at instant speed if we just want 5. We also get to hold up a counter spell if the opponent does anything too terrifying. We have a number of board wipes. Drawing into one shouldn't be impossible. Opponent after a snow land. Let's see what they find. Probably getting a Scoot Swarm activation. Just curious if they have one of the dual lands. I would definitely have the dual land in this deck. There you go. That's at least the one I would run. Or actually, I'd run the Sinkhole. I'd run the black-white one for sure. Because then you know you have green already if you're casting into the north, right? Ooh. Trying to get rid of Teferi Time Raveler. Ouchie.
It's only a matter of
Leaving
time.
the hero of Dominaria, I did not expect.
I won't let you win.
Will they skip to end step, or do they have another play? Intent? Yeah, let's not. At the very least, you're gonna have to sacrifice another Scoot for that. silly Thalia.
Hold that thought.
Land tax. Don't think we're gonna get there. Let's go for 8. No bowmasters, please. All right, discards land tax easy. One of these lands. The Hollow Fountain can go. 2 board wipes ready to rock. Elish Norn. Okay. Yeah. Powerful. They've got to feel like a board wipe's coming now, though. They're going after Teferi, and they can have them. They're continuing to chow their lands.
That didn't go according to plan.
I think it's time to say goodbye. Everything gone. Ah, so beautiful. So, the rest of the cards, let's get this on the battlefield, non-basic, before the Thalia comes back. Let's play a Blind Obedience. Ooh, they've got something. It might be a Mana Tithe, or it might just be sacrificing this peat land. Yeah, let's not be too careful about it. Artifacts and creatures enter tapped. See how they like it. Ooh, Finale for 4. What do you get? Anything from your deck for 4. They seem really low on land for a Thalia in the Gitrog deck. They might want like Oracle. Yeah, they go for Oracle, but they don't get there. Audric on top. That's a Dream Trawler. The little drain. And I'll do that again. Play a Narset.
I have just the trick for this.
Scrutiny. That looks like a lot of cards to go with a Dream Trawler next turn. Opponent still with no land on top. Gotta check your land count in a Thalia deck. I wouldn't go under 44. In case you wanted to know my recommendation. But most people don't take my recommendation. Oh, opponent, no. No. I hope I spared them by not hitting the button to make them see the Narset. Ah, the pain. Tamiyo, Field Researcher, is a proliferate deck usually that's caught on in popularity. His hand is perfectly fine. See if there's a Jawari target. Nothing, huh? Alright, you're gonna counter my Pristine Talisman? I'll take 1 life. Eager Moon Gauntlet. Yeah, Planeswalker Party about to happen. Gotta keep hitting the land drops. Let's curse the Tamiyo. We do have the Ritual of Hope and the Pristine Talisman, which could lead to a giant Gadwick if the opponent does nothing about Will. So let's see if they respect Will or not. Wrath of God? Will, what have you done to make God so angry? Again. See if they do it again. I love it. I love it. I really do. Next turn, we'll see if they do it again. Would you like me to counter your commander? See how you like it? Bam! Decline, right? Yeah, decline. Ha-ha! We go again. How many times are you gonna kill Will, the Scion of Peace? I come in peace, dude. Eh? That doesn't do it. Yeah, all out of... Nope. Nope, it's just Planeswalkers and board wipes in this deck. Alrighty then. If that's the way you want to play it, we'll do it the hard way. Gadwick. Draw. Should have drawn one more card. That was not on purpose. That was just me being an idiot and miscounting. Rebuke me and my Gadwick? I accept. That actually is amazing. I mean, there are some times I would pay for that service of bouncing all my sweet cards to my hand. Damn you. Am I gonna have to discard a hand size? I will. Okay, so let's just drop the Denic. What's the worst they could do to me? You know me, I hate discarding almost as much as I hate forgetting to draw a card. I got a Planeswalker.
Phyrexia can be your
Minus 12, take an extra turn.
Mine.
And they have that proliferate ability, so they have a 4/4 incubator in theory. Have a solution, but they don't know that yet. Good job making it too big. Haha. Do we put a counter here? Assuming that will never fully operate, we could put a counter on this and try to kill it over 2 turns. Nah.
Aberration
Disenchant.
will be destroyed.
We'll keep it in line. Oh no! You're gonna have to pay more. Oh, you can't take it? You killed my commander 3 times. I didn't give up. On the draw against Soul of Windgrace. More, like all ramp decks, you know? And I just don't ramp the same way because I'm blue-white. The Cyclonic Rift isn't good against a land deck. I do have Brainstorm Bobble, which is kind of a fun combination, but slow. I mean, does this do anything? I guess Rhystic Study and Destroy Evil. Tail's End could be good against them. We have to draw land. If we don't draw land, this hand is useless. And that's a terrible draw. So I need no more terrible draws, please. Opponent has their commander next turn, so we can't make any plays that are interesting or fun. We just have to hold up mana the rest of the game as much as we can. Fortunately, right now, there's no ETB trigger, so we can use Destroy Evil. Then we're gonna miss land drop and probably concede. Atraxa! Planeswalker Atraxa. Nezzy always ready to rumble. Wrath of God. Not sure how good it will be. We really don't know if our opponent's a Planeswalker deck, but I think they are. Haze Mind Tome. Excellent card. You gonna mana tithe me? Nope. Thank you. The beacon, huh? And the Cold Steel Heart. Planeswalker deck for sure. Should we try to just get a board presence cooking? Let's try to get cards moving. Nezahal will be a pain in their neck if we have enough cards when we play it. They play a tablet. Do they have a land? They better have a land. It's like a slow mana rock. You gotta charge it up for 2 turns before it does anything. Why I don't play it. 6 mana? Will! A Scion of Peace. We don't have any life gain ready just yet, but honestly, casting Will is just a thing you can do that usually draws the opponent's attention. They usually go out of their way to kill a commander. Evolution Sage. Land. That's a proliferate. They can proliferate my tome? No. You could, if you wanted it to go away faster and draw less cards. It would have given me a ritual, though, with Will this turn. On 6. Farewell. Not ideal. Pull from tomorrow, though. Pretty cool. Little 2/4 vigilance coming at you. Opponent takes it. Careful, opponent. There is danger looming. No! I had plans for that card. Let's scry. We could draw here. Nah, the pull is going to lead into the Seagate Restoration if I find a basic land, so we won't be greedy. We'll take that. And then when we pull into Seagate, we're going to have a million cards, which is the whole point. It's what Magic is all about. Oops. Missed a card somehow. Boom. Oh, the power. No life gain needed. And I know some of you commander purists are like, this isn't a Will deck. This is a blue-white control deck. That's the historic Brawl difference, my friends. In historic Brawl, you can't be all about the commander all the time unless your commander is busted. Kinnan, Ragavan, you know, they can get away with that stuff. Calyx, sure. What do we do? Eldest Reborn is ticking. Is there anything good to get out of the graveyard? Not really. And our opponent played this. You know what? Sorry, Guardian Idol. Let's clean the board. They only have 3 lands. Ah, that's nice. Now let's hit him with a blind obedience. Ooh. Gotta have your land drops. Or dark things await. Tamio, Field Researcher. Usually a controlled planeswalkery build. I guess I'll keep a Wayfarer's Bauble on the draw. Honestly, the swords and the day might not have good targets, but the counterspell will. And they do ramp. Ugh. On the draw is hard. Let's see if they just slam their commander into my mana. Yep, they do. They're gonna feel really relieved when they see me go fetch this island.
You would make an excellent informant for my study. Every story is worth listening to.
My plan is to Teferi tuck it, because they're going for a double proliferation omniscience here. So we're going to counter their expand the sphere and keep from losing the game. Expand the sphere, one of the only double proliferate cards that you can get. So pretty scary moment right there.
I am glad to help my partner.
Tuck.
Go hide from me. Let's take it back a step.
And they went command zone, and they didn't hit a land drop. And they scoop! Scary moment turned right into a victory. On the draw against the hated Emoti with Karuga as companion, as if they don't have enough cards to play or something. But Esper Sentinel can be good against them. Swords to Plowshares can take out an elf. Not that they... Oh yeah, they don't have elves. I guess of the 3-mana variety. No attacks, I know. I know. I just want the game to go longer. Fine, you convinced me. It's a good idea. What's the best thing against Emoti? Rhystic Study? I can't get that with Search for Glory. Can get the One Ring. That really gasses up the deck. I can also go get Light of Hope with Solve the Equation. I'm gonna play Will. I have a way to gain 1 life next turn with Search for Glory. Maybe that can lead somewhere. Yee, Oracle. Now they can cascade into Power 9. How good for them. I can cast a 2-mana card. I can like get Birth, hit land drop, set up future turns with Will. I could also ramp with Cold Steel Heart now. Could also grab Gadwick and be ready for the future. Doesn't seem great though. Let's go with Birth. So that gains 1. That's a reduction. So we play Birth. Go get an untapped Plains. Play Hall. Pass turn. Here comes Emoti. Let's hope they ramp into something that gives me a card with Esper Sentinel. It is Time Twister. Great, I get a card with Esper Sentinel. Lucky me. If only I had that Narset down. Light of Hope. Light of Hope, huh? I need a draw spell so badly. He won't do it. Oh, that's frustrating. I can make some angels, but is that even good? Let's see what we can pull out of the key. Warp Lightning Bolt. I don't have a way to get red this turn though. Counterspell. I can't let them take an extra turn. We really need a draw, like a huge draw spell to go with these Light of Hopes to ritual into like a giant explosion of mana. We don't have a payoff right now. Anytime. Yeah, I gotta get the scry first. Gotta see what that card is. To the bottom. Okay. Come on. What you got? Nothing. That's why I thought I cycled. Not gonna need the renewed faith for the ritual. The fairy who slows the sunset. Wow. Dude, so much life here. But no payoff. Cascade, huh? What an evil card. Brawl's expertise. Well, I have to counter that discontinuity. We're gonna get a trigger from Esper Sentinel. Add a blue. See what the opponent puts on the battlefield. Might make sense for a Wrath here. Do we counter this? The tempo loss is huge. I think I have to. All right, things cost 2 less. Day of Judgment. Set back the emote. We could make the angels. I think we play Teferi. God, it would be so good if we could get the key out then the Teferi. I really want to get Will out too. All right. None of those are good. About as bad of a top 3 as we could see. I'm gonna wonder for a while if I should have turned into a tempo deck and used Amiria's Call there. Made some angels. There's Uro. They had Uro discontinuity combination. They didn't do it. I mean, if they're just casting Uro, could be worse. Man, whatever they're facing, they busted out the rope. Ramp. Okay. Doesn't seem that compelling to me. And go. Another land? I have a bad feeling this will get countered. It didn't. I guess we'll take that. Still feel like I'm doing nothing here. Attack. Activate. We did gain 2 life from that Teferi. Alright, I would like some angels. Better late than never on the tempo front. Maybe next turn we can dig into something to do with the Light of Hope. A big draw spell. I feel it. It's so close. They're gonna get back Time Twister. I mean, do I let them have a Time Twister? And I have a counter spell? Especially, like, they're shuffling an Uro? I'm letting them do it. Let's go. Well, there's a card draw, but no life gain. But we do have Teferi. Amiria's call is back, baby. I mean, I guess it could be a lot worse. Return them to their owner's hands. Sure. That is an interesting card. Oh, okay, a 12/12. Only had something interesting to do to that thing. Look at me, caught with no removal. CGB himself. Well, verdict. I'll have to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Second here, a second there. Who's counting?
Let's do it again. Eventually I'll attack them. You'll see. Alright, they finally go for a Modi. They cascade into a Weatherseed Treaty. They have enough for a Karuga. See if they can also get a Cascade off this turn with an untapped land and a 6-drop. Easy. Never didn't have it. And they hit. They hit. And they hit. Virtue of Knowledge. Double triggers? Well, that's cheating. I do think that means Kogla dies. That's nice. Indestructible because of the angels. Oh, nice. All right. Life gain. Plussing Teferi gains life. I want to do it after combat. Now, what's the right number of cards to draw? Because after we do this, we still need to take some kind of an action. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think a draw 7 is acceptable. We gotta solve the equation against this board. Ristic Study is pretty good against them. Blind Obedience is pretty good against them. But there must be something perfect. Shutting down Cascade just has to be part of your meta these days, right? There are 3 counter spells in here. I mean, rifting them is a play. Light of Hope could hit the Virtue. The Emodi's gotta go. We've got to get rid of that. So swords can do that. Bouncing it isn't ideal. Wrath isn't ideal. Rebuke? Rebuke is okay. They get back the treaty, they get back the virtue. Actually, neither of those are that big of problems. It's just the Emodi, right? I think it's just the Emodi. All right. Easy. Make them cast that thing again. All right, other fun cards. Rhystic Study. Blind Obedience. Tome of the Infinite. Hold up a Mana Tithe and activate Tome. Play a Karuga. Would you like to pay the 1? I will ask a few times. Oh, they're going to give me cards. Okay. Now I just have to find Narset. I also need my Oracle of the Alpha so I can cast Time Walk. Yeah, they are not paying the 1. They have principles, I guess. Ooh, they whiff. I guess that means their deck is full of cool spells. Beautiful. Wait, I'm going into another turn. If I could find a payoff for this, it would be awesome. But it feels like I should get rid of that Virtue. It's done some damage. Or I could get a 4-mana reduction, but right now that reduction is only worth 1 card. We get to dig with Teferi. It's not worth it, right? It's just not there, unfortunately. Plus we have Extort. Extort can add up. Are they gonna respond? What you got? What you doing? Sublime Epiphany. I'll draw. Oh, this fixes Revelation. Okay. Awesome. Great. And of course I didn't have the mana for the Mana Tithe. All because I hit the Light of Hope. If I had hit something else, I wouldn't be trying to make that play. It's mega cringe. Well, they have to discard a hand size, so there's that. What am I doing? What is my life? How do you eat an elephant? 1 bite at a time. It's just a saying. Don't overreact, please. Going into a pretty big turn, a counterspell would make me feel a lot warmer and fuzzier inside. Untapping Tome gets me a lot more micro value. Untapping Key gets me macro value.
Second here, second there. Who's counting?
Maybe it should have been the temple. We'll see. Doesn't even make it big enough to get past the angel. Strong card. They pay? Who are you? What have you done with this opponent I was enjoying? They pay again? I hope I get him with Mana Tithe for that. They exiled the discontinuity, right? Is this the same game? No, it's back in the deck. Okay, good to know.
to make a splash.
9 mana. If they have it, it's probably going to happen. But we could try to force it here and now for on their turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. An island cycle. I could have cast that to draw 3. Bizarre. There's a counterspell. A Nezahal. Pretty good stuff. And attack that Kiora, but you know they've got something. What is it? What are they up to? Cyclonic Rift? Let's try to get Nezzy down. There's the discontinuity. I counter you. Again, by the way. Yes! Yes! Well, they keep the Saproling and let Kiora die.
Like fighting anyway.
Their choices have been so bizarre.
Don't worry. It's only a little mischief.
I have no max hand size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But we don't want to spend all of it. I think leaving up 3 is enough. So there's a draw 4. Acceptable. One of those Light of Hopes would have been nice, though. Look at the cards. Could go for Teferi, then untap 2 lands. Ooh. To do what? Mana Tithe and activate Tome. Okay.
I know what must be done. Keep up the pace.
There is a counterspell. Right on time. Threatening ultimate on Teferi, who slows the sunset. Here comes Emoti. Pay? They do not pay. As a finale, let Emoti happen. Emoti is not the worst thing. And they cast the Circuitous Route, which, by the way, is more cards. What's important here is that a River's Rebuke does not occur. Although even that, we could find a recovery plan for. That does not trigger Emoti. Are we actually going to grind out Emoti? Oh my gosh, the Seagate. Had to check my library size, see how much I would be drawing. 6 mana left. Better be good. They bring 2 lands back to Multani. 4 mana open. Light of Hope. Opportunities abound, yes? God, I could tap this token. I could hit the opponent for 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, plus 7, 20. Backed up by counterspell. It has to be right. Even with an ultimate, that has to be right.
And some think time only moves in one direction.
To the moon. Now let's pay. I feel we have a protected win. I forgot to activate the hall. Okay. It's fine. This is fine. This is fine. Oracle. Wait, I just need to extort, right? All I gotta do is extort. I mean, I totally meant to do this the whole time.
No one
The
can be
whole
prepared for
time.
me.
One life. One little life. Esper Sentinel, do the honors. Never mind. Light of Hope, do the honors. Whenever you cast a spell, you may pay white-black. I know how my cards work.
Let's skip to the good part.
It's been a long day. Give me a minute. One spell. That'll do, right? Nope, that will not do. It has to be one. It has to be there. That's the one. My God, why is it so hard? I don't know how to respond to this. Let me know in the comments. Smiley, not smiley. And we are back for a post-game wrap-up. A post-game wrap you may hear a few times if you are a regular viewer of the show. And I, hope that you are. And, if this is your first time hearing it, here's information about me, about CGB. I am traveling to MagicCon Las Vegas, but unlike other MagicCons I've traveled to this year, all of the ones I've traveled to this year, I'm actually working at this show. I have a job. I am hosting Game Nights Live, which honestly is like one of the coolest roles I've ever been offered. And if you're new to Magic or you only focus on Arena, you may not have heard of the Command Zone and Game Nights Live, but you should check it out. They have a YouTube channel. So what does this mean? It means I have to be in Vegas for a long time this week for rehearsals because they are pros. This is a serious production. This is a big deal. So with that in mind, I have to record a whole bunch of videos in a very small window. So if the videos are shorter than you remember, this is the reason why. If the videos don't have a special outro where I talk about the stats, this is the reason why. It's a real challenge that I don't think most people ever have to understand, to both find decks and then play decks and then make footage with decks for like 10 consecutive days upcoming within the span of a couple of days, which is the situation I'm in. So if the decks are net decked in some situations or in more than normal, or they don't seem like the typical CGB deck, that is also because of the schedule I'm trying to keep. And I do appreciate your patience. I take having an audience very seriously. I appreciate you a great deal. I love that you tune in all the time. I love that you have an expectation of me, that becomes heavy, and I feel it in the comments when people are like, this is not the usual CGB deck, or he looks tired today, or things like that. Yeah, I know, because sometimes if I'm traveling, I have to record up to 10 hours of video in a single day to try to cover some of that space. So thank you to those who are patient. The comments get in my head. I know it comes from a place of love. It's really not helpful to leave such comments, but at least for those of you who watch till the end, you have an answer, which maybe you can go back and let people know who do leave those comments, and then just leave that this isn't my usual thing. I try to give you about a lunch break's worth of content every single day if I can, and that is what I plan to do when I get back from Vegas. For those of you attending MagicCon Las Vegas, I will be doing game nights live on Friday. Please come out to the show. I will put on the very best show that I can as a commentator for the Game Nights Live Championship. And if you're there on Saturday, I plan to do meet and beats at 2 p.m. local time at the Ultimate Guard booth. And what that is, you don't need to have a deck or anything. If you ever wanted to play against me, they have decks on hand. They're like all-star decks from standard past. You can sit down and play a little best of one against the one in best of one at 2 p.m. at the Ultimate Guard booth on Saturday. At least that's the plan right now as I know it. And then the last thing is on Sunday, you can find me at the Game Nights booth at 4 p.m. to 5 p.m., shutting the place down, the last signing of the weekend. So I would really appreciate it if you come by and get your Shark token signed. I even signed Jinga Taxis. I even signed Mountains. I signed Fervent Champions. Honestly, I get asked all the time, would you sign a Krenko? Guys, it's your cards. And I know I wouldn't be here without you. And that is why when I'm at these events, it really is like I'll do my best to meet you. Now, the other thing I get asked all the time is, can we play a game of Commander? I don't know. It's really hard for me to get time to play Commander. And often I get asked, hey, CGB, please come play with us. And I'm like, I can't. I'm going to thing. It's my only chance of the whole weekend to get in the merch line. You know, stuff like that comes up. So I can't promise you a game of Commander, but I'll do my best. And if you see me, say hi. Let me know you watch the show. It means a lot to me, of course. It's the best part of what I do, honestly, is meeting so many people at these things this year. I've only got 2 more appearances this year. 1, MagicCon Vegas. 2, almost used the wrong finger, Cool Stuff Inc. in Command Fest Orlando, and that is coming up in October. You've seen some ads for it here on the channel, so hopefully I'll get to see you guys there. And if I'm not haven't come to your country yet, there's always next year. Anyway, this outro thing is going to be used a number of times to help explain to people what's up with the videos, because people always leave me a bunch of comments while I'm gone with things like, this didn't feel like a usual CGB video, or why isn't it long enough, or why is it a net deck, or why does he look tired? That's why, because I'm putting in the work to make sure that every day you guys get a little something to get you through your day until I'm back in the office. And in the meantime, off to do some exciting things. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I'll see you in the next video. And don't accuse me of not remembering to say it. I am putting this in every video for a reason, so that you hear your daily dose of "you're cool."